Hey everybody, welcome to episode 10 of Jammin's Jams. Today I want to talk to you about a country music album that is near and dear to my heart. It's been out for almost 29 years now, and it's still phenomenal to this day. The album is entitled Read My Mind by Reba McEntire. It was released on April 26th of 1994 by MCA Records, their country division of the record label. There were five singles released from this album. The first one was "Why Haven't I Heard From You," which is absolutely amazing. The video was just as beautiful. If you Google that video, you can see it as well too. "She Thinks His Name Was John" was the second single from that album. It's much more of a darker side of love and romance, but it's absolutely needed for this album. The third single is "Till You Love Me." The fourth single is "The Heart Is a Lonely Hunter," which was my theme song until I met my husband. I used to walk around 100% knowing that "The Heart Was a Lonely Hunter" was definitely my theme song. Oh, and of course, "Freak Like Me" by Adina Howard, but that, I digress, and we'll talk about that when it comes time for Adina Howard to come up in the selection here. And then "Still" was the fifth single from that album. It's called "And Still." And that song is absolutely phenomenal. I've sang it a few times at karaoke, and even won a $5,000 worth of karaoke equipment for winning a competition for singing this song. So the song is just that beautiful that it 100% just wrapped me up, and I was like, yep, this is definitely a beautiful song, and it just hit me, and I just, since I heard, from the first time I heard it, it hit me, and it stayed with me like for forever, obviously. So yeah. So there's two fun facts I would love to tell you about this album. The first one is that it went triple platinum. Now in the record industry, I always tell you every time, like if you've seen my other videos, I always like to make sure that everybody knows what's going on. But when an album goes platinum, that means it sold 1 million copies. This album went triple platinum, so it sold 3 million plus copies of this album so far to date, which is absolutely phenomenal. Second fun fact about this beautiful album is that it won the Grammy for Country Album of the Year. I used to think that it won record or album of the year against the other five genres that it usually goes up against, but I was absolutely incorrect. It did not win album of the year that year. It only won best country album of the year. So that's why I'm making sure that I tell you that. The album was executively produced by Reba McEntire and by Tony Brown. Another fun fact about this about the album in general, this is the 20th studio release from Reba McEntire. Reba McEntire went to school to learn how to read and to music school, like she majored in music. So this woman is not only beautiful and a talented actress, but she knows her stuff. She can tell you what instrument it is just by listening to it. She can play I think I read that she can play 30 instruments. She's absolutely outstanding at what she does. She writes her own stuff. She produces her stuff. She's very much involved in the craft of her art that she does, and she does a very beautiful job at this at music. And why I like the album, sorry, why I like the album, it was, it's an experience album, like I tell you all the time. An experience album means that you can put this album in and you don't have to worry about fast forwarding it through any other tracks because they're not jarring, they don't get on your nerves. And the album is basically about love, which is pretty much what motivates me myself, because I'm a Virgo, so I'm pretty much all about love. So, but the album is experience. It's definitely about love. Like it's the dark sides of love with "She Thinks His Name Is John," and then there's the happier parts of love, and then like the falling in love as the feeling, like you relive all of that, like the breakup, the hard breakup, and then you like feel triumphant at the end when you discover a new love after losing another love. It's all of that. Like it helps you with everything. It's very therapeutic, this album, and very cathartic, meaning that it gives you a release of emotions, catharticism, releasing of emotions. And also, so the summer of '95. Another reason why I like this is, back in the day when I was a kid, the summer of '95 in Michigan was a very hot summer. So a lot of things happened. There's a lot of albums I'll be talking about, and I'll always keep going back to this summer. It was one of the hottest summers in Michigan history, and it was actually one of the most horrible summers I had relationship wise. It literally almost killed me, like literally almost killed me. It was that bad. But when I got albums like Read My Mind and TLC's Crazy Sexy Cool and these other albums and other songs that came out during that, well, 94 into 95, like I just turned to those that helped me get through all those tragic times. Anita Baker was one of those albums as well that helped me get through a very tragic summer of 95. But this album is just absolutely amazing. It does wonders for you, and it's one of those that you can just drive to, and I have driven to this and just rolled down the windows and just cranked up the volume on this bad Oscar, and I listened to it, and it's very soothing and cathartic. So I would like to, so that's the end of the show for me today. So I want to definitely make sure that I tell Reba McEntire, Tony Brown, Linda Davis. Linda Davis sang on the album. She did a lot of backup vocals on it because she's absolutely phenomenal at what she does too as well, Linda Davis. And I just want to thank all the other talented musicians, the mixers, the engineers, the producers, anybody, the album cover, the album artist, the photographer that took the album artwork, and everybody that put this album together. MCA Records, thank you so much for doing this for us so we could all listen to this beautiful album. It's absolutely phenomenal. So if you want to follow Reba McEntire, which I suggest that you do, she's on Twitter, and it's at Reba, which is kind of cool because, you know, she's Reba. Like, there's only one Reba, so I'm glad that nobody else took this name and made it impossible for her to use it for her own Twitter handle, so she can go on ahead and rock that beautiful name of hers, her original name of hers. And if you like what you hear, just go on ahead and click like right around here. And if you want to subscribe, please do that, and that's right around here. So yeah, make sure that you follow Reba McEntire and subscribe to my channel and like my stuff, because I would really like it if you liked it. So just have a great night and enjoy the rest of your week, and I will definitely see you on Wednesday. Have a good night.